The first time the phrase pull yourself up by your bootstraps was used, it was as an analogy to an impossibility. One can't simply tug on their bootstraps and suddenly defy gravity, like getting out of a pool by pulling on their own hair. But today, the powers that be tell us that your financial situation is completely dependent on how hard you pulled on those bootstraps. Well, let's test that theory. In the last 30 years, the productivity of the average American worker, the stock market, and CEO and executive pay have skyrocketed, yet the wages of the average American worker are flatlined, no matter how hard they worked. At the same time, the bottom 50% have seen the value of their assets drop, while the top 1% have gained $21 trillion. Bootstrapping yourself out of financial situation is as impossible as it was originally meant to be. My name is Alan Borden, and I'm a consumer protection attorney out of Tampa, Florida. Been practicing for the last 10 years. I've seen thousands of clients, helping them settle debts, file bankruptcy, stop foreclosure. And the one takeaway that I've gotten from my time is that we have to stop this cutthroat, individualistic bootstrap mentality and replace it with cooperation, support, and investment in each other. Because it's only when we work together that we can overcome our most impossible obstacles. There are two ways to do this. First, stop judging people based on their wealth. Second, we have to start investing in each other, realizing that we're all in the same financial situation and capitalize on that political power. But as far as judging each other, the easiest target is people on welfare. But let's talk about welfare. That is a government benefit you receive if you meet certain qualifications. So if you get food stamps or have cash assistance or on Section 8, yeah, you're on welfare. But if you get the earned income credit, the mortgage interest deduction, or have federally backed student loans, you are also on welfare. Farming subsidies, oil exploration credits, and private jet tax breaks are also welfare programs. We are all on the take. So why do we criticize the single mom on Section 8? But praise millionaires who use tax shelters and corporate welfare. The biggest determination of how a person's future financially will turn out is not how hard they work or how smart they are. It's how much of a strong support system they have. Now, let me talk about two clients. The first, she was a single mom on minimum wage. She used her entire tax refund to finance a 10-year-old Mustang at 17% interest because she needed a win that year. I also counseled a professional making six figures who fell in love online and sent over $300,000 to an obvious scam artist. Now, both of these people made mistakes, but that professional will be fine. He has a good job. That single mom, she makes one mistake, one unexpected expense, and she loses that car, she loses her job, and she loses her housing. She's not alone. Almost half of Americans can't afford an unexpected $400 expense. Now, I want to put that in context. At the same time, 900 non-financial corporations reported last year to the government that they have $1.99 trillion in a rainy day fund. But I'm not here to judge the wealthy. As the 20th century poet Tracy Lauren Morrow once said, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." Or in this case, let's change the game. Let's invest in our people, in our health care, in our education, in transportation, in being able to come home from a 40-hour work week and not worry about how we're going to feed our kids or pay the rent. Now, in 2008, the American taxpayer pulled out their credit card and saved the American economy by bailing out greedy banks and corporations. Well, it's time for their welfare to end. Let's invest in our greatest asset, the American people. And let's not sugarcoat it and say it's free or it's a giveaway. Call it what it is, an investment that will cost money. But just like any great investment, we will get great returns. And so if we do it this way, maybe we can all share on the next $21 trillion this country creates. Thank you.